Is sponsored by Fidelity Investments. The spotlight on love and relationships comes to a head every February. Fidelity Investments' 2024 Couples and Money Study reveals couples may not be as aligned as they thought they were, with 45% of partners admitting they argue about money at least occasionally. Here not to argue, but to discuss the findings from the study and more is Meredith Stoddard, Vice President of Education at Fidelity Investments. Meredith, welcome to the show. It's great to have you.
Thanks for having me on.
This is a great topic. Anxious to hear the data on this. What did your study reveal about the key areas couples agree or disagree on?
Yeah, as you mentioned, about half were arguing at least sometimes about money. And so if you're in that camp, you're not alone. We did find that 1 in 3 disagreed on major areas of savings goals and how much to save type of topics. And 1 in 4 said that money was one of their biggest relationship challenges. There is a lot of good news, however. Communication makes a huge difference. Those couples who communicate regularly about money had a lot more harmony when it came to some of those big topics. If you are one of those couples who's struggling, we did find that 1 in 3 couples didn't know how much their partner made. So that could be a really easy place to get started with the conversation.
That's really fascinating. Yes, a good place to start for sure. Can you tell us more about the top financial concerns for couples other than that?
Yeah, there were a few key themes that came up. So not surprisingly, retirement was one of them, is how soon to get started, how much to save, and vision for retirement, as well as healthcare costs in retirement. There were also some misalignments when it came to emergency savings and what is the next big goal for us as a couple. Amongst younger couples, we found that saving for a home and making sure that you have enough to have and raise a child was a big concern and an area of disagreement for couples. The good news is for communications, it does make a difference to when you have a long time horizon like that, whether that's a few years or a few decades, talking about retirement or longer term goals. Having those conversations early can make a really big difference in getting you on the right trajectory in terms of getting the alignment you need.
Absolutely. Great place to put our focus on. And tools help a ton too. So are there resources that Fidelity provides to help couples strengthen their communication dynamics?
Yeah. I mean, we know that people don't always come to the table with the skills that they need to have constructive conversations or even the basic financial knowledge on some of these topics. So we put together conversation guides, checklists, articles, and more at fidelity.com/couples. And there are a few key themes that are going to help set you up for success. So we call them the 3 C's. It's communication, making a point to come together regularly at a cadence that works for you and that you're going to stick with. So it could be monthly for some and quarterly for others, for example, that you come and start to chip away at it. This is not a one and done conversation. 2 is collaboration. Oftentimes there's one person with more money or more knowledge or more power in a relationship, and coming together and making sure that you're really listening to each other and collaborating jointly and that it's not a push versus pull tension can make a really big difference to come together and come up with a plan that you both feel good about and are working towards together. And then lastly, confidence. Getting those alignments and small wins over time can make a really big difference in feeling like you're working together towards something that you're both had input into and agree on and can move forward. So that really builds confidence and a sense of control.
Communication, collaboration, and confidence, the 3 C's. Meredith, thank you for this information. It's fantastic. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me on.